Alright guys, here we are for round 15 of the F1 2013 Career Mode Series here in Japan. Now we had a pretty good round last race in Korea, where we managed to dominate pretty much the whole weekend. Hopefully we can continue that kind of form into this weekend, but starting off with practice 3, we've got some R&D to complete. I think the main objective was to set 3 consistent lap times under a certain target time, and we'd have improved brake efficiency or brake responsiveness. Overall, I don't think that kind of upgrade would make too much of a difference, but every little bit helps on our quest to making our car just that little bit faster. But we managed to pass that objective pretty easily, and going atop the leaderboards as well in the process. So here at the end of the session, the rain is starting to come down a little bit, and we've put on some option tyres, and we're absolutely flying here right at the end of the session. I've put the fuel revs up into fast, and just after this lap is complete, there'll be about 5 minutes left in the session, and then I'll change my engine, because I'm only on my 3rd or 4th engine for this season. Esteban Gutierrez obviously didn't use many engines over the course of this season, and that's allowed me to have a lot of spare engines. But coming across the line, we're going to smash the leaderboards there and go top of the table by 1.8 seconds. Of course, that's not truly representative of the AI's pace, as they have much more fuel on their car, and they have lower revs, and of course prime tyres. So heading into qualifying 3 now, we've skipped straight to the end of the 3 qualifying sessions, and it's actually raining in Q3. The first 2 qualifying sessions were completely dry, and this rain really came out of the blue. So now we're on our second lap here. We've set a 1:44.6 to go 9th place. So hopefully we can improve on this lap. We're about a 10th up on our personal best. We're coming across the line, and looks like we've got a lot of oversteer there, trying to catch it. We've gone into the wall, but luckily didn't lose any damage. Otherwise, that would have put us out for the rest of the session. So now I'm going to have to return it back to the pits, put on a new set of wet tyres, and away we go. This is the very end of the session. We've only got enough time to put in 1 lap, so a brand new set of wet tyres, 3 laps of fuel, and away we go. Hopefully we can vault ourselves further up the order, as 9th place is a bit of a disappointing position to start from if you go by the last couple of races that we've been having. So form-wise, we've been very good in the dry, but in the wet, it's not going to carry over. We're really going to have to use some bravery and use some kind of hacks or sponge hacks to get us up the order. But anyway, we're going purple by 3/10 over our personal best, a 10th faster than Sebastian Vettel, which is very encouraging to see. We'll just need to string together a couple of good sectors and hopefully be on top at the end of the day. Now coming through Spoon Curve, it's very easy to get understeer through there, as it's really demanding on aero. But coming up to the 3rd sector now, and this is testing our brake performance, our grip, especially that last couple of corners where we spun out the last time we went through there. But we're down by 4/10 on Vettel, so that's pretty disappointing. We're going to have to settle for maybe 2nd, 3rd or 4th row start here. Coming through the final corner, let's just minimize that wheel spin, shift up early into 4th gear, and coming across the line, we've got through there unscathed, and we set a 1:43. What do we set? 1:43.7. We went 5th overall in qualifying, so that's not too bad compared to where we were at the start of the session. I was really worried there that I was going to start from right at the bottom in the top 10. So now this is the pre-race lobby in the garage, and look at that, the suggested race strategy is giving us a 2-stopper, and that's crazy because we're starting on fresh tyres. I couldn't even imagine how bad the tyre wear would be if we had to start on used tyres, but I'm going to stretch these options out to lap 6, put on the prime tyres for the end, and hopefully that'll be enough to get us through to the end. So it's going to be interesting, especially if the AI are doing a 2-stopper, which according to the game is going to be faster, so that's going to be very interesting at the back end of this race as the AI guys come through the field. So wish me luck as we start this race here. Alright, so here we are on the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix. The strategy might play a big part today, so hopefully we can get off to a good start. And away we go. Let's try and get off to a nice start here. Going up into fast, using up a little bit of curves, but it looks like one of the Ferraris has left us for dead off the start, and we've dropped down to 6th place. But coming around the outside into turn 1, that's where you want to be. You don't want to be caught or pinched on the inside with the slower apex speed. But anyway, we've got up to 4th place with Fernando Alonso right in front of us. We're trying to work him over, make him go defensive a little bit and try and work him onto the inside, give us a better run through there, and we've taken 3rd place now. Next up is Lewis Hamilton with Sebastian Vettel up in 1st place. So it's going to be very tough to pass these guys. Of course, I have to look after the tyres. I've got some ulterior motives here. I want to be fast and I want to get up as far up the field as possible, but at the same time, I don't want to lose any tyre life. So for this opening couple laps of the race, I'm going to try and push without trying to take too much life out of the tyres. We've got around Hamilton there who gets a poor exit out of the hairpin, and we're trying to drag him around the outside, and we managed to get 2nd place now. So Sebastian Vettel is up next. It's lap 3, and I think this is the scheduled time for when the AI are going to pit, so we'll see if Vettel comes in at the end of this lap. And let's see, yeah, Vettel does go in, so that's going to be very interesting strategy-wise at the back end of this race. Lewis Hamilton decides not to pit, so there might be some split strategies. Some AI cars might be doing a 1-stop, some guys might be doing a 2-stop. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to stay out until lap 6 hopefully, but at this stage my tyres are absolutely wrecked. Look at them all. All 4 tyres are brick red. I had some pretty big mistakes on this lap, or not big mistakes, but enough to make me want to pit at the end of this lap. I just had so much understeer and exit oversteer with the wheel spin and everything. I thought, it's not worth doing an extra lap. I'm going to come in now and pay the price at the end of the race with probably some dead prime tyres. So I'm going to have to look after my prime tyres a lot more than what I did to my options. But in saying that, it should be a lot easier at the end of the race when there's less fuel on the car. It's easier to save your tyres. But anyway, Sebastian Vettel has jumped us, which was to be expected. He undercutted us, and so did Lewis Hamilton by only pitting 1 lap earlier. He's jumped us by quite a bit. And Fernando Alonso tries to brake around the outside, but there wasn't enough space for him to get the move done. That wasn't my fault. I didn't swerve or anything. I just took my normal line, and Alonso went flying off there. But I think that's Sebastian Vettel pitting now on lap 7. So he's only done 3 or 4 laps on that 2nd set of tyres. So that's crazy if the tyre is that bad for the AI. But you'd have to expect that the AI aren't suffering as much as what I am. They seem to be better on their tyres than me. But yeah, I think that's just going to be the way they're going to handle their strategy today. And it might be faster. Who knows? We'll find out at the end of the day. But on lap 9, we're catching up to Lewis Hamilton as we've got fresher tyres. We've been faster than him for the majority of this stint. We've been closing in on him very slowly, and now on lap 10 he's coming in for his pit stop, his final pit stop of the race, and that's going to cost him some positions, especially if there's some 1-stoppers in the field. But I'm surprised that Lewis actually came in with only 2 laps to go. He opted for a new set of tyres, but here we are on the final lap. The other AI cars have not caught me. Vettel must have got caught up in some traffic in the midway part of the race, and that's allowed me to really skip away. I think that the lead is over 10 seconds right now, and it just seems that the tyre wear wasn't strong enough, especially at the back end of this race, to really punish me, and that's allowed me to get the lead and the win, obviously. So very lucky in that standpoint. I was able to maintain a good pace on the prime tyres, look after the tyre wear, and now we've taken our 3rd win in this career mode season.
That 1st place, P1, what a race, what a day, congratulations.
Thank you, engineer. That was a well-fought victory. I really had to really look after the tyres, especially after that first pit stop, as I had to do a lot of laps on those prime tyres. But overall, we get the win. We've made some big ground on the leaders and the championship. Sebastian Vettel finished down the order after having a lot of traffic. Fernando Alonso had his troubles with me on the pit exit there. Lewis Hamilton was, I think was he in 2nd place, was he? I can't really remember. But in the Constructors, Sauber in 5th place. Once again, we're creeping up ever so slightly to the back of Lotus, and hopefully we can challenge those guys to the back end of the season. But that's been the Japanese Grand Prix, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. I definitely did. But until my next episode in India, I'll see you next time.